Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing, by the way, have you seen our previous discussion? It's a continuation of this video, with a slight, difference and little deviations. Last time we talked about macroeconomics and business cycles, but today we'll be talking about macroeconomic policies and business. Macroeconomic policies and business itself. Okay, we know a lot of people want to venture into businesses. A lot of people want to be entrepreneurs and business owners, and want to be like Dangote in my country, Nigeria, Otedola in my country, Nigeria, and the owners of Apple, owners of Amazon, and the rest. Now, we need to understand that there are key aspects of economics that affect businesses. Have I defined micro and macro? Okay, yes. Before we can talk about these policies, which is a macro aspect in economics, we need to understand that the micro aspect of it also affects macro, which at large affects the society, which could be your business or whatever thing that you want to do. So now, how do we kickstart? Micro plays a lot of roles, even though some economists try to neglect, not just neglect, just try to, from their view, they feel micro is not that important because we tend to look at the aggregate parts of the economy, which is the workings of the countries, of how the country is progressing, how the country is developed, and how the country inflation rate, GDP, unemployment rate, and all that. We tend to forget that micro plays a lot of vital roles in determining that, because take for example, when we say that we have an increase in output, that's a macro record. We have the value for a GDP which is high, but that analysis will not show you the differences in different regions that contributed that. We just see a figure of GDP and we work with that without understanding the differences in various regions or in various communities, and how all of these things affect individuals, businesses, and so forth. So we have to incorporate that in our discussion today, because as a business owner, or as a someone that wants to own a business in the future, you need to go back to the drawing board and understand that the roles that individual families play in a society also affect whatever record the government is going to work with to give you whether the country is doing well or not, to tell you when there's recession or when there's progression in a country, and then a producer, you want to work with that result. So today we're going to talk about the relationship between micro and macro as it relates business owners and their performances. Now, that reminds me, have you subscribed? Kindly press subscribe. It's just a red right up there, subscribe. Just click there, and then if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up, so we can continue. Okay, now you want to have a business? Okay, listen. When the country records the progression, we say there's an uptown. In the economy, things are moving on well. Producers tend to take advantage of that. They try to, because of course, output has increased, meaning people, unemployment will reduce, and demand will increase. So people, business owners will want to, produce more of whatever thing they are into. And in that case, it's going to, somehow influence the wage rates, which might come up a bit. And because producers are selfish in their motives, they want to make a lot of profits. They want to increase prices, and when prices raise, it affects your consumers. Yeah, your local consumers are going to be affected, especially if you have alternative goods or complementary goods, or goods that can stand, it can stand against your own goods, or can stand in gap for your own goods, which are imported. For example, if your products are okay and the prices increases because there's an upturn in the country, and because you're greedy and you want to increase your prices, like I've said, then just know that your local consumers are going to switch to imported goods, which are lower and are readily available. And that's not just the case. Is your interest to raise prices will also affect your exports, because the people overseas will no longer find it interesting to buy your products, because your products are not going to be competitive enough globally to withstand other ones they have as alternative, because people want to go for cheaper prices, products that are lower in price. Okay, so you see, because there's an uptown, you tend to increase prices. This analysis is going to affect your incentives to invest in the future, because your profit is going to reduce as a result of the mechanism you've used, the analysis you've used, the motives. Because of an upturn, you increase your prices. You know that your supply is going to reduce because you don't have customers to buy your products. So your profit is going to reduce, and this will affect your future investments. You see how macroeconomic policies have affected your business. You see, that's why it's very important for government to have a policy mix where you can maximize whatever the performance and activities in a country. There are a lot of debates going on the right policy mix to be used in a country. And as an entrepreneur, you need to learn when policies are being made. You need to know the right policy, when policies that will affect your business regime or business tactics is being made, and how to come out of that regime and have a more flexible system in your business or your settings. You understand? So you have to, whatever, every time there's a new administration in any country or in any setting at all, and policies are being made, of course you will know policies are macroeconomic policies are going to be made. Definitely you need to listen and know what is going on in a country, so that your businesses will not be affected. Yes, we have come to the end of today's discussion. I hope you enjoyed and you understood one or two things which will help you in your business or your motive to become business owners. If you love this video, please give me a thumbs up and let me hear you from the feedback section, which is the comment section down below. Let me know. The floor is actually open. Let me know what you think should be added or what you think I should do in my next video. Thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you. See you in next class.